First foods are introduced when babies show signs of being ready after they turn 6 months old. There are different ways of weaning: baby led weaning, the method recommended by UNICEF, or the more traditional spoon feeding. You might like to do a mixture of the two. The important thing is that you find a way that works for you and your baby. At this early stage, babies should still be getting most of their nutrition from milk, either breast or first stage formula. Food is given at this stage not to fill a baby up, but to allow them to get used to the idea of eating and trying new tastes. Remember, your baby has only ever tasted one thing since birth. Food is given to get baby used to having new textures in their mouth. Make sure your baby is not very hungry when offering foods. You can do it not long after a milk feed or even in the middle of one. If you're doing baby-led weaning, offer baby chunks of soft food big enough that they can grab in their fists. Or if you're spoon feeding, offer just a couple of small spoonfuls once a day to begin with. Even if they're not eating 3 times a day just yet, include baby in all family meals by having them sit at the table. This helps to establish a routine and makes eating a social experience. Eating is a brand new skill that baby has to learn, so let them set the pace and don't try and rush the process. The aim of the first stage of weaning is to let baby try as many different tastes and textures as possible. At first, they might reject new food by spitting it out, but this doesn't necessarily mean they won't ever like it. It can take a number of tries before baby decides whether they like a food or not. Just keep offering the food regularly, and over time, they will most likely start to enjoy it. Remember that your baby has their own likes and dislikes, and to keep an open mind. You might hate broccoli, but that could turn out to be your baby's favourite food. It can be tempting to just offer the foods that you know that your baby enjoys, but it's important to keep offering new things. This will help prevent fussiness in the long term and helps to make sure your baby gets a variety of vitamins and minerals. If you're spoon feeding, try and let baby use their hands to feed themselves. This helps with hand-eye coordination and is a great sensory experience for babies to feel the texture of different foods in their hands. Trust your baby when they show signs of being full, even if you don't feel like they're eating much. It can be tempting to encourage baby to have more food, but babies are very good at knowing when they've had enough. Have a look at our video about fullness cues for more information. Babies weaned at 6 months can be given food from any of the main food groups in the Eat Well guide. You'll find a link to the Eat Well guide in the description of this video. The groups include fruit and vegetables, carbs, dairy and protein. Choose foods that are low in salt and sugar and avoid processed foods. Have a look at our video about labels for more information about how to find out what's in the food you buy. Some foods that cause allergic reactions are best introduced one at a time. These are foods like nuts, eggs, and soya. The reason for this is that if your baby does have a reaction to a certain food, it's easier to pinpoint which food caused the problem. If there's a history of allergy within the family, speak to your healthcare professional for advice before you start to wean. For information, watch our video about allergies. If your baby is feeding themselves, give them chunky soft food that they can grab with their hands. Spoon-fed babies should be given mashed food, which still has texture to it. Food the size of grapes should be cut into quarters for safety. We've talked about a lot of things in this video, so let's review the main points. The first stage of weaning is all about letting your baby get used to eating and letting them try different things. Weaning is a journey and takes time, so be patient and let your baby set the pace. And remember, baby will still get most of the nutrition from milk at this stage. Follow the links in the description below for more information about the first stage of weaning, and have a look at our other videos for more information on topics like drink, serving size, safety when weaning, and looking after your baby's teeth.